Hello everyone, my name is Riza Casabuena-Harrison. I'm one of the math teachers in Casa Grande Union High School, and I'm here to talk about a few things related to grades, how Power School does the computation, why is it that sometimes even after turning in all the missing works, the grade is still not changing, and what can be done to improve the grades. So first important thing is to understand what makes up the semester grades. The semester grades are divided into two. 80% is coming from summative assessments. So when we say summative assessments, these things show how the students have mastered the standards or the skills in the subject matter. So they can be in the form of tests, quizzes, projects. On the other hand, 20% of the grade is coming from formative assessments. So they are called formatives because they measure the progress that the students are making. So these could be the classwork, the homework, daily check-ins, notebooks, and those stuff. So visually, this is the representation of the whole semester grade. So this yellow part here is coming from the formative assessments, and the big one here, this chunk here, is coming from the summatives. So now let's talk about how grades are getting computed. So Power School gets the average of all the scores for each category. So when teachers put in the grades for the homeworks, for the tests, for the quizzes, they classify it between formative or summative. So every time there are grades that are entered, Power School automatically gets the average per category. Now those averages gets to be multiplied by the percentages that are assigned to them. So the average of summatives gets to be multiplied to zero point 0.8 or 80%, while the formatives average gets to be multiplied to 0.2 or 20%. So to help you better understand how the computation of the grades work, I have here some examples. I have 5 grades for formative assessments and 3 grades for summative assessments. On the sides, I have their classification like classwork, homework, exit ticket. This is a quiz, a project, and a test. Okay, so imagine that this is the grades showing up. These are the grades showing up on Power School. Now, what does Power School do in the background? So here at the bottom, you will see those important numbers. So as we have mentioned earlier, 20% comes from formative and the 80% is coming from the summative. So these grades here, the 15.24 and the 23.2 is, those two numbers are the split of this semester grade 38. So where did this come from? Where did 38 come from? It's from this two. Where did these two grades come from? These are the products. When you multiply the average of the formatives by 0.2 and the average of the summatives by 0.8. So this is the part of the grade coming from the formative. This is the grade 23 out of 80 is contributed by summatives in the semester grade. So what are some of the misconceptions? Some parents, some students think that just turning in missing homeworks will already give them a passing grade. Now, as you can see here, there is one missing assignment or missing formative assessment, okay? And let's say we put a 100 in here, and you can see that from a 38 semester grade, it jumped to a 42 with a 4% increase only. So it just turning in one missing homework will not give you a big jump on the grade. Now, what if I put everything here as 100 on the formatives? I turned in all the homework, I turned in all my classwork, I got all 100s in there. Why is it that my grade is not moving? So as you can see, even if all the succeeding homeworks gets to be 100, you can see that the semester grade here at the bottom, it's no longer moving. Why is that? Because as you can see, for the formative assessment, it can only contribute up to 20 points into the semester grade. And you can see here that you have already maxed out that 20%. The whole 20 is already assured of you to be in your semester grade. So even if I put in 1,100 scores in here, this 43 will no longer move. Why is that? Because you maxed out here and there is nothing changing on this portion coming from the summative assessments. So one, I hope that this makes some clarification. Turning in missing homeworks does not always guarantee that you will get their passing score. There's a reason why people or your teachers have been like always telling you to retake tests, to retake quizzes, turn in those summatives, because as you can see from our pie chart, summatives make up a big chunk of the grade. All right. So let me give you some examples on how this could work with improving the summative assessments. So I have here the original grades. Let's say we don't do anything on these formative assessments and just focus on improving the summative assessment grades. So as you can see, two of the test scores. That's a test score. This is a quiz score. Both of them are Fs. So let's say that this student retakes this 32% test, and let's say the new score now is a 60%. So you will see that from an original 23.2 coming from the for the summative assessment, it now jumped to a 30%, 30 out of 80. Still low, but as you can see, from a 38%, if I remember it correctly, it jumped by 8% immediately just by retaking a test. Now, originally, the grade was a 32. What will happen if the student will retake the test and get twice the score? So this will now become a 64. Okay, so again, from a 38 and this 23.2 over here, you can see that there is that jump again. So 9% increase. How much work was done? Only one, just a test retake. All right. This missing project, this is very doable. It's from a 0. So you can see that as soon as, let's say, for example, it was turned in late and it got some deductions, any deduction is still way better than a 0. So let's say it has a grade of 85. Okay, so from a 0 to an 85, you can see that from a 47, it jumped super quick. From a low F, a 47F, it is now at a flat C. That's a big jump. So this is an example on how important the summative assessments are. We are not saying that you do not put in effort on the formative assessments. We are not saying that you do not do your homeworks, that you do not do your classwork or whatsoever. What we are trying to express here is that students need to find time and put in some effort to use tutoring, to go to tutoring after school, to take all the chance opportunities of retaking their assessments, because these assessments will make a good change on the semester grade. So it is important to take advantage of all the kinds of help being offered by the school. We have Cougar Hour, we have test makeups and retakes, we have after-school tutoring. So it is important for students to commit, take advantage of those opportunities so that they can be successful in any subject that they are working on. I hope this video helped better understand how the grades are computed and what would be a good plan on improving the grades substantially. Thank you very much.